What's up internet, this is Vevan from mydevotees.com here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Snugg Ultra Slim Bluetooth keyboard case for the iPad 2, iPad 3, and iPad 4. It's also compatible with the original iPad, but it's not going to accommodate it. So let's just unbox this thing up, and there's the keyboard itself. And it looks really nice, and it has got quite a few Mac keys in itself. We're going to discuss them later on, and then we also have a manual to get things up and running, and we're also going to be finding something else in the box, and that's going to be a USB to mini USB cable, which is going to help us to charge this thing up. And well, that's about for what we get in the package. Now let's take a look at how you're going to set this thing up. Now the first thing that you want to do is that you want to attach the keyboard to the iPad itself physically, and then we're going to move on to some of the other complicated stuff. So the thing that you want to do now is that you're going to have to turn the on-off toggle on the bottom right of the keyboard itself as on, and then you want to hold on the connect button until the light starts blinking right there. And you have it right there, and then you just leave the connect button. And now what you want to do is that you want to turn your iPad on, go to settings, go to the Bluetooth panel, and select the keyboard, and then you want to type in the password for the keyboard, and of course, don't forget to press enter. Now, talking about the design of the case itself, it actually also functions as a front shelf for the iPad, so it's basically the same as the iPad lengthwise and breadthwise, and you just have to clip these things up and you're good to go. And talking about the thickness, it's pretty much okay with the iPad on, and the weight itself is actually not very substantial. Moving on to the feeling of the keyboard itself, it's basically chiclet style. But the keyboard is actually smaller than most physical keyboards, so it's actually a little bit tough to get used to it at first. Now here we have a comparison between a keyboard on a Macintosh and this keyboard, and we have quite a few common keys like Command, Option, and then we also have Caps Lock, Tab, and Shift. And I'm happy to report that these keys actually work really nicely. So we have Command All here, Command C, and we have Enter, Command V, Command All, Command X, and then we have Command Z. So these keys actually work out really well, and that is something really cool. Now let's talk about the iOS specific keys here. So as you must have noticed, we have quite a few special keys on the top. These all are iOS specific. Now the attempt here is that they have implemented these keys so that the keyboard does most of the job for you. You don't have to touch the screen of the iPad. The first key we have is the home button, second is spotlight search, then we have decrease brightness, increase brightness, start slideshow, pop-up keyboard, then we have the language selector, then we have the previous song, play pause, next song, mute, volume decrease, volume increase, and the power button. And we have a few keys like plus, minus, and star, and they basically work the way they should. Now, talking about the battery in this thing, it's a 60 milliampere battery. It sounds really small now, doesn't it? But it actually works out really well. And I've had this product for about 2 or 3 months, and I haven't had to charge it for more than about 2 or 3 times. And well, that's really good, right? And there we have the mini USB charge input from where we're going to charge it. So my final thoughts on this keyboard cover are going to be the fact that this is simply an excellent product. The battery is great. I really like the iOS specific keys, and I also like the fact that it has some Macintosh keys like Command, so you can actually do things like undo, select all, and all of that stuff really quickly, and that makes things a lot faster. So I'm gonna give this product about a 4.5 stars, and it retails for about $50. Do make sure you check out the links below. And that's been about it, guys. This has been IVS511. Take care and have a happy Thanksgiving.